summarize what we've done. Kind of elaborated on the mermaid choke, if you will, from last week, which is basically using the tail to be one of our carotid artery blocks. So we're going to get the tail out. Again, we go up, and then eventually it'll just climb its way to the outside. Okay, and we did several guard posture breaks. We've come in and done our over and our crown hold. And then we've seen this one where we come in this way, and again I can do a little hip bump to bring them in. And then the one we really focused on today was the 2-on-1 that Coach Sergio showed during the seminar. So it's going to be a same side grip with my thumb in, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab this wherever on the collar, and I'm going to use my legs and my body and my arms to break that posture down. And then once I'm here, now I don't know if you can see this from your advantage. Another thing that we talked about today that we elaborated on from last week is to think about the neck as a box, and we're going to try to get our cross collar grips as close to the two back points of the box as possible. And then the other thing we talked about more this week than last week is really rotating our forearms so that the blade is what's cutting off the carotid artery, not the back of the wrist. Okay. So we have our 2-on-1. Oh, what else did we do? We talked about loosening up the gi, right? Because when it's nice and tight, and I just try to go for these things, even if I open them up a little bit, I'm still running into stuff. So I can do my little driving motion. Hopefully we're not actually driving like that, just to get it open. Okay, and while I'm doing other stuff, 2-on-1, bring them down, and I'm starting to go for that back corner there. We were doing the mermaid. We'll go do the mermaid first. Okay, so then we were doing our pistol grip up. See how she wants to bring her arm over me? I can't have that happen. I can't have her arm come back over me because I need that room, right? So if her arm is over my bicep, go ahead and do what you wanted to do. I got to stop that. So some things you have to do straight away. Okay, so I'm going to do that pendulum movement, and I'm going to flail or flay, or I don't know what the word is, my elbow to get around that head, palm down, underneath that chin, okay? And I'm gonna bring her to me as I rotate those blades into both of those carotid arteries. So I bring her down, rotate, and I like to think about shoving my elbows towards my hips, so not really kind of coming that way. So those were the review points from the mermaid last week. I want you all to think about loosening up the gi. I want you to think about the neck as a box, and you're going for your grips at the back parts of that box, okay? And rotate those blades up, okay? Bring it to you, rotate those blades, and finish that choke. Then the other one we just did, this is now the new technique for the week, and we can review on this next week in the next week's video, was the loop choke that Sergio showed. So he did the same type of guard posture break, same side, what did you call it, a baseball grip. Look at the baseball grip, boom, bring them down. He got that deep cross collar grip, and then instead of futzing with the tail, we took our hand and we go over top. Now sometimes, he didn't show this, but I like to do this. I go over top and I grab at the back of the armpit, and I'll use this as a hold. Okay, and remember, I'm not flat on my back. I'm always taking these little angles. I'm gonna do the same type of wrist rotation, but I'm gonna switch my hand. I'm gonna do a modified loop choke, where I'm grabbing at the back of my my elbow here. Okay, if it's a neck crank where you're just not along the carotid artery, that's okay, but otherwise we'll try to get under the chin to actually get the blood choke. And now I'm gonna finish it. So if you have long enough hands and arms, you can go in, but I'm always too stumpy. So I'm just gonna grab right here, and I'm gonna turn the wheel and finish off the choke. So this was the new one, so we'll break that one again. Sorry, Mary, we'll do it one more time. We're opening it up, we're in our guard, we're nice and active hips, nice and alive. And I do the same 2-on-1 baseball grip, bringing her down. Going to the back of that box. Holding her down with the armpit grip if I need to, switching to my elbow, and then turning the wheel. Now both of those were cranks. I could feel it because my forearm was against her chin. If it turns into a crank, that's not the end of the world. If you want to do your blood, you got to get under. You'll grab or go through your bicep and then turn the wheel, and that's the loop choke. So we'll expand on that next week and then do a couple other more traditional ones where we're doing those same type of chokes. Okay? All right, go train.